there was a question on the show, because I mean, obviously you're a plus size model in this industry. And so when you were on the show, they were asking if other women on the panel would date big people as well. And the response that was said quite often was, it depends. And I've noticed that there are oftentimes things guys will ask women about, like, hey, like, you know, does a guy have to be this height or this tall or this weight or make this kind of money? And the answer we typically get is depends, which for a guys think in black and white, so it can be very frustrating. But why do you think that women answer depends so often to those kind of questions?
We think about it so much differently. People can grow on us. You can, maybe it's in the perfect world, ideal world, you might want this, you know, this cookie cutter thing of whatever your mind is. But so often I think me and other women have run into guys or situations where they're not anywhere perfect and we like them anyways. That time where you were in school and you sat next to the nerd, that was like one of my things in English class. And so then every single day I'm seeing him, I'm getting to talk to him, I'm getting to see his personality. He's goofy, we're laughing. And then I start to find him to be attractive. So it depends. Like, do I like him off bat? No, I don't freaking like him off bat. Do we spend some time? Am I at work with him every single day and he's always saving my butt or he's bringing me a cute coffee? Yeah, dude, like now he's attractive. Like, and I couldn't even help that. I wouldn't necessarily pick him out, you know, out of the lineup, but because of time and his inside and how he treated me consistently, depends with your love language, but with my love language would be a gift or something like that. Like, yeah, I'm going to start to be like, wow, like there's other needs that he's meeting that are so attractive that the physical is now either catching up or doesn't matter that much.
Interesting. Now, do you find has it ever happened that the opposite has happened where like you see a guy and like on paper, it's like, oh my God, this guy's it. And then it turns out that,
it happens all the time when we laugh about it, which is actually one of your questions about us talking with each other, but we laugh about it because we'll think a guy is really hot. And there's two instances. Unfortunately, there's one instance where we'll see them and there'll be a type of hot where we'll just assume they're a douchebag. And then if they're anywhere nice at all, we're like surprised and then instantly in love because that's so rare. Or we'll be like, wow, they're kind of cute. Like I'm kind of digging them. And then you'll get their attitude or like some kind of way they were talking. And you'll just be turned off by their mindset. One time I thought this guy was really cute at the gym and I wasn't necessarily into him like that, but I'm just like, okay, like I don't mind flirting with him. And he came into the sauna and we were talking and he had the nerve. He goes, this is not a patriarchal society, but I don't think he understood what it meant. So he, instead of like asking or figuring out what the conversation was, he decided to just argue it. And then it just became like this aggressive like thing where he just was like, and I was just like, ooh, like instantly, like, I don't even know that I don't think he's attractive, but now I just see him as like a child because he wasn't able to like fully develop thought process past like his mind. Like it was just like, right here. And it was like, okay, I cannot argue with a fool. Like, okay, like sure. But that being said, I'm like, oh, turn off. And so, yeah, like then you'll start to see things that are unattractive. You'll see that in relationships too. A girl will get with a guy and then slowly she'll start to realize that was like, maybe she was just attracted to him and she didn't build that stuff up. So over time, the fact that he like, I don't know, flosses on the couch or the fact that he like chews with his mouth open or he really just can't be polite or he's rude to waiters or whatever the thing is, it starts to make him look disgusting and then you get repulsed.
And it's very easy for a person, just man or woman in general, to like, you know, really put out their best representative early on, only to discover as it goes on that they can't really hold that facade up.
Yes.
I tell guys on the show, typically it takes women about 2 to 3 months to really solidify their feelings, in part because it takes some time to really vet what's going on.
I'm glad you're telling them that because that is completely, I keep having to have these conversations. We take longer time. Like I can see you and be initially attracted to you. Maybe you want a bone, like, okay, great. But that doesn't mean that I want you long-term and I won't like you just because I think you're attractive. Like it really takes me time. And so what I've noticed, especially dating now, like I'll find a guy and I'll be like, oh, he's attractive. And yeah, he's good on paper, but that doesn't mean I like you. So our first date doesn't mean you should be touching me or going like across boundaries just because you feel comfortable in this situation, just because you decided you like me. Or I had this guy recently, you know, how I would talk to you, but if we start talking then this, and he has all these implications. The thing is that now he's realized that he's interested in me. His job now is to get me interested in him. That's not implications of all these things you now demand from me. Now you like me. You're expressing that to me. Great. So now I'm not disgusted by you. I think that you're an attractive man. So now that you like me, what does that come with? What does that mean now that, I think you're cute and now you like me too. So, and not like me too, but just like me, like I got to get it back. And I won't just get it from finding you to be attractive. So once you decide that you like me, then there's got to be things like, hey, let's go on a date, or let's spend some time together, or I thought of you for this situation, or I sent you a song, or, I mean, these are my love languages. Mine is acts of service and gifts. I don't know what. She might want to spend time with you or go to the beach or be held. I don't know what these things are.
But it's still a process. Like, you need to see certain things for like, and see them consistently before you're like, okay, this is now the guy. It's why I did a show a couple weeks ago where I saw a study where it said, in terms of falling in love at first sight, that it takes women about 15 days if it's that fast, and for guys it's like 8.2 seconds.
Yes.
And I'm like, how that ends up making us rush the process. And it's like, so I try to tell guys, it's like, just because you're feeling a thing, it's probably lust, and it's probably like you're just really horny, but it's not full on love, but you're thinking it is. And even if it is, she still needs time. Even if it's a short amount of time, it's still going to be longer than what you would expect, you know?
I mean, I think it's based off of biology. You guys are, you can do this, you can spread your seed wherever you like. Us, on the other hand, we biologically have that knowledge, and it's going to affect our hormones and the way we think, that we have to keep that seed then for 9 months. And that's something that we have to be like, okay, if we keep that seed for 9 months, what does this person provide as far as a provider and a protector for me to be able to do that? And that goes with feelings. It's not just in sex. It goes with feelings too.
Right.
You's a bad boy, but you can't stop, won't stop. You a high earning, high value, high class man. You a high earning, high value, high class man. You a high earning, high value, high class man. You a high class man. You a high class man. You a high earning, high value, high class